Hi, it's Charlie giving you Monday's video. I hope you're very well. And we're going to start off with today's video talking about when not to trade. And because we're always talking about trading and looking for trades. And there are times for traders, especially short-term traders, when you should probably not be trading. And I'm not talking about the traditional times of holiday periods and things like that, low liquidity. I'm talking about things that might be happening with you. For example, sickness. If you're feeling under the weather, just don't trade. Don't put yourself in a position, because when you're feeling under the weather, and the reason I've brought up this subject today is because I'm feeling a bit under the weather myself. And so when you're not feeling great, you're probably best not to trade, because you're not going to necessarily see everything that you normally would be. You're not probably going to be as sharp as you normally would be. And so just recognize those things. If you're not feeling fantastic, probably best not to trade, because you're more likely to make an error. An error could just be that you miss something in the analysis that you would normally pick up on, and only afterwards think, oh yeah, I shouldn't have taken that, and so you don't want to be in that position. So when you're under the weather, probably best not to trade and just to ease off, because you're not feeling great anyway. And there are other times as well when overtiredness, you might have just not been sleeping well and you're really tired one day. Again, you're more likely to miss something or make a mistake, or mentally you're fatigued, and so therefore you're more prone to making errors of judgment. And then there's also periods where you shouldn't be trading, and that's if you're stressed. So you might have stress in your personal life. Maybe you had an argument with your partner the night before, or you've just got other stresses going on, family issues, whatever it might be. So we must recognize these things when we're not feeling great in one way or another, that we're probably best to back away from the markets and just say, look, there's always another day, or there's always another week. I'll take this week off because I'm not feeling great, or I've got a lot on. I'm putting myself under pressure to try and find trades, and when I don't have the time properly, so I'll actually leave it this week. So that's the thoughts for this week, and I've done that based on me not feeling great. I've got some cold again trying to get hold of me in one way or another. So for me, I'm not trading today. I'm just recognised it and thought, well, no, I feel tired. My body feels a bit achy, so I'm not going to be trading. That's my my views there. Now, is there anything to? And then I'm about to give you some analysis on the markets, which isn't exactly great, is it? But let's actually look at the stock markets. And so let's go. Actually, we'll actually look at the dollar index first of all. So we can see the dollar index is sort of an inverse relationship to that of the euro dollar. So there's not really too much to say about that, other than it's made a couple of highs here, but then it's rolled back. Is it going to break down? If it breaks down, then we could see the dollar index coming back down sub 97, and at least come back down to these lows back here, and that would marry up with the euro dollar. If we go back to the euro dollar, potentially breaking up at some point to back up to these highs around 110.50, and then we'll see if they can get broken. Now let's see if we can get to the S&P 500, and it's been a mighty sell-off, and I just haven't really been trading the indices of late, so I've way too late to the party for me. So but yes, it's quite a sell-off. I haven't seen what the futures are doing so far today, because I've not been looking at the markets for obvious reasons, but as it currently stands, it is a case of sell rallies. I don't need to point out the obvious there, but certainly a pullback up into this zone. If I can bring up the screen drawing, so if we can come up to sort of this area at some point, so if we can bounce back up to this zone where these prior lows are, then that may be a nice sort of area from which to see if this is going to come back down again. But at the moment, it's had a nice move down. When we do get the bounce, I do think it's going to be fadeable. Will it be easy? They never are, especially in the indices, but you just have to have wide enough stops. That's basically it. So downsize your position so you can allow yourself a wider stop. And but at the moment, yes, this still, I've been looking at it on the higher time frames. It does look like it's got more downside in it. Right, I'm going to leave that with you. I'm not going to do much more than that. Have a great week, and I'll be back on Friday for live trading.